internet was set ablaze the other day.
Really?
Set ablaze?
When, so basically, you guys know Mike? Are you familiar with the story? Mike?
Yuri filled me in.
I'm
Like
going to
it was
completely tune out for
like
this
it
part.
was
I have no
the
idea.
first-
I'm going to
the
explain it to you
biggest
so you
thing
understand.
ever.
Mike is
Phone
a
over there.
scumbag from Connecticut who is
Starts off
Logan
shit.
Paul's sidekick on his
Oh,
podcast,
yeah, okay.
basically, right? So he's pretty much just a regular old white guy.
He's like the mall or something of
He could
Joe
definitely.
Budden.
He's Rory.
He's probably held down multiple jobs at the mall. Yeah.
I didn't
No,
say
but
at the mall. Oh my God.
Impulsive, everyone's a Rory.
Okay, I got you.
Isn't there only two of them?
Wait, am I
Logan
mom?
and Paul?
No, they got
Logan and
they got
what's his name?
Dwarf Mamba.
Huh?
He's a host.
Was that a Kobe reference? No, he's on it sometimes.
Yeah,
There's that other
yeah.
guy, Spencer.
That is a
Oh,
Kobe
wow, I
reference.
thought there was only
Like
two of
short
them.
Mamba.
No, yeah.
Interesting.
Is it Dwarf Mamba is what they call the other fool? I forget. I've met him
Okay,
a bunch
let's
of
go.
times.
Not
It's kind
sure.
of
Okay,
messed up.
anyways.
Anyway, all right.
Mike.
So Mike
From
is Logan
Connecticut.
Paul's co-host, and I'm just explaining to you as a non-insider, as someone who's never
As a
touched,
non-binary black man.
never been around fame and wealth and impulsive podcasts and
Hey.
such. Just kidding. No, but
Very
so
mean.
Mike
I'm listening.
was like a regular guy like a year ago, as far as I could tell. And like a couple of years ago, I'm pretty sure he was addicted to pills. So he's like really been coming
Why
up.
are you
doing the
saying
dive
all
deep
He's
on
this?
it.
honest about it. Why would I lie?
Oh, he's on,
Yeah,
okay.
honest
I
about
thought
it.
you
Yeah.
were like,
deep dive in
No,
this
I'm
nigga's
just
life.
telling
you're
you all
so
about
inside.
Mike. So, but then he's been doing the co-hosting for Logan for maybe like a year or so, and now I'm friends with him. He's definitely made a lot of connections in the industry. His career is going in a really good direction, I would say. He
what
seems
does
like
he
he's
do
on the come
besides
up.
the podcast?
He has his own YouTube
Yeah, he has,
series
he
that
has
he
a
started. That's
really
kind of
popular
successful
YouTube series.
too.
He does a
Oh,
lot of
really?
work with like
Cool.
influencer companies and
Okay.
brands and
Oh,
helps
nice.
out with
Good
stuff
for
like that.
him.
He definitely works for Logan.
All right,
He's
all
got a
right.
bunch of stuff going on.
Let's go.
But anyway, so he starts seeing/dating Lana Rhoades, who's
The porn star.
one of the most popular porn stars on the
Yeah.
internet right now.
Fire.
And a good friend of
out.
ours has done No Jumper, has done all kinds of tomfoolery with Lana's butt cheeks, etc. So Lana Rhoades and Mike are
Tomfoolery.
seeing each other, and Mike's videos on average are maybe getting a couple 100,000 views.
Yeah, he backed down,
Starts
low-key.
fucking with her, boom, 4 million views, 3 million views.
Doesn't she have a husband?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay,
He,
sorry.
he died in
Separated.
Afghanistan.
No,
now.
they're
Whoa.
separated. Shut up.
Oh, they're separated now. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Wait, but they
Funny
were
I got the
separated.
story wrong.
Wait, but they were separated before Mike came
Yes.
into the picture?
Yes. And then
Okay.
Mike
She was single.
Mike
I thought she was
slithered
cheating.
his way in. She probably has the opportunity. She could be fucking with a Trey Songz. She could be fucking with a
whoever.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, I know of many people who've been in her
Probably.
DMs.
Yeah, she's
Probably
she-
everybody
Macaulay
ever.
Culkin, shut
all
up.
kinds of options for
Aaron Carter.
thick, veiny, long cocks. Is basically what I'm saying.
Ew.
But she,
What's wrong with you, dog? Okay, go ahead.
I don't see anything wrong with that. But anyway, so she's decided that she's going to kick it with Mike. They're seeing each other, but they haven't fully had the conversation about if they're officially dating, right? Mike is in New York with Logan. Do you know who Ava Louise is?
Ugh.
She was on Dr. Phil. I'm not even
I know.
gonna. I'm not gonna disparage her anymore on this podcast.
gonna
I've
say,
said my piece about
please
her.
don't.
I'm not a fan, but I'm not gonna go into more detail about how I feel about her. She basically, Mike starts texting her and gets her to come to the club. She waits outside in the club for a while, and then Mike goes outside, sees her, and then basically goes back to her hotel room, whatever.
Who was following them?
And he
and to
gets
know all
he
of
gets
this?
some sloppy top from this girl Ava, right? And she's like,
Were you with them this whole time?
No, I
You're
read
talking
about this on
like-
the internet. This has all been fleshed out. There's a whole drama alert about this that
Was
you
it
guys
fucking-
couldn't take 10 minutes to catch up on this with. But what? You're looking over there.
I actually watched the whole
Yeah, I
drama
know
alert,
about this whole
so-
story
Proud of you.
because my insider right here told me about it.
Yuri is in touch
I don't care
with the
about
community.
YouTube shit, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
sorry.
like, it was on drama
I wouldn't have cared,
alert.
but I'm friends with Lana, so then I
Once
got
I'm
involved.
done explaining this whole situation, you're going to understand why there's more of a conversation to be had here.
He
But
gets
anyway,
the top, boom.
he gets the top. It apparently lasts maybe a minute. And again, I wasn't there, but I heard this after. But then, so this girl, Ava, who
watched.
I would compare her to a Selena Powell, like in
Like cat
attitude
sex.
and demeanor. Yes.
Aspiring Selena Powell.
Loves to just get some dick and just expose it. Loves treating her mouth like a toilet, basically.
Wow, we love
so
that.
she,
We stand.
as soon as she finishes sucking Mike's dick, I don't know how long she waited. She might have waited like upwards of 24 hours, but she gets on Twitter and basically tweets at Lana, his girl, and just says, "Hey, I just sucked your man's dick, blah, blah, blah." It only lasted like a
What's
minute.
wrong?
Rah.
What
So,
the fuck?
Lana right away is tweeting about it, and she's upset, not happy about it. And Mike is, trying to do some damage control. It's not working, et cetera, et cetera. Keemstar ends up basically making an entire show about it, which is, kind of a big deal if you're Mike. You get a whole drama alert episode about yourself,
That's kind of
basically.
fire, yeah.
And it's just sort of like brought up this whole question because, he cheated on arguably
girl
like
that
the
wasn't
number
as-
one porn star
Okay.
with a girl who arguably
Is not
a lot of people are grossed out by. Let's just say. It's an interesting conversation, right? Because it's kind of like, hey, boys tend to do this, right?
But you just said that they were like dating, but not really dating.
Well, that's the whole
Some
thing is
weird
that
middle position.
in YouTube culture, you can make videos that get 5 million views of you basically dating someone, but then that
not really
still
dating.
doesn't actually mean that you're dating because Mike didn't seem to be on the page. They were like trolling that they were dating.
Yeah.
But then it kind of turns out that in his mind, they weren't really dating, but in her mind, they really were dating.
Which seems like that would be the complete opposite of like, I don't know, maybe
Not
like
how it works in the real world.
Right?
In the
You would
real
think
world,
Can I
you
just
start
say-
fucking and then you announce that you're dating later. On YouTube, you announce that you're dating
And
for
then start
views,
fucking.
and then you start fucking because, everybody likes us together. I guess we might,
might
as well fuck.
Don't you feel like either way, someone who's like high profile ish should be careful and not
Yeah,
just be
for sure.
talking
Yes.
to someone like a garbage person like this who apparently was like filming or
she's
like
got clips
got
of them, too?
receipts. Like
Oh, that's
you just
revenge
have
porn,
to
brother.
you have to carry yourself differently when everyone's looking at you and when Lana has 7+ million Instagram followers. Like you just got to be careful. I mean, like, what are you doing?
Mike, I think, is getting used to being famous.
Yeah, he said he was
I
a
don't even
regular
want to
dude.
give him famous yet, but he's in,
like
the, in
on
the
the-
general ballpark of famous. Well, I mean, Logan Paul is famous without question. He's got 20 million followers. Mike's in every video with
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're kind of famous by association
You're
now.
up there, yeah.
Realistically, in a year or two, we might have to call you actually famous. We might not have
I
to
would say
include
he's
all these
pretty
disclaimers.
famous. If you're the sidekick of one of the biggest YouTubers, then you're
Yeah.
famous.
He's
That's
basically
fact.
famous.
Like, I know his face without
Is he
no-
famous then?
I mean,
Are we putting him in
are you
sidekick
Logan
community?
Paul, babe?
Yeah, but I said,
You're right. No, because Logan Paul has 20 million on YouTube, and I have.
I'm also not your sidekick.
One.
So fuck you.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you, I would never be your sidekick.
I don't want to call you sidekick either.
Yeah, you know?
It's easier to just be friends than have to call someone you're Robin.
Like you're often Lana the Plug's boyfriend. So
And I'm
like,
okay with that in certain situations.
I
and
did
you're
say
often
when you were
Adam
on the way
22's
over here, I was
girlfriend.
like, "Is your girlfriend on the way over?" And I was like, "Wait, I know her, just not just like."
when the Reality House was like first getting talked about, I got written about as the co-host of the podcast No Jumper. Like that was what they wrote about me as. I was
The
like,
co-host.
Which right now is almost true.
I mean, but like they didn't really talk about anything else that I do, and I just don't know if they were trying to like keep the adult stuff out of the article.
Trying to keep it safe for work.
Maybe,
Or maybe they just didn't know.
but
I mean, if you Google you, that's one of the things that's going to say
Yeah,
she's the girlfriend to Adam 22.
Really?
a lot of podcasts.
Probably.
yeah,
But
I
that's,
think
like,
I think
comes
people
up-
see that I've been on a few episodes and are like, oh, she must be like a part-time co-host.
There's a
which
lot of
is not
people that
true.
have no idea what the fuck goes on here. They are like, "Who are these people every week? Why are you interviewing these two random people?" It's like, bro, we do this every week.
Yeah. That
called
hurts.
co-hosts.
Nah, they know. They know Call Girl.
Oh God.
Shut up.
They call her
Worst
Call Girl.
fucking name ever.
Oh my god, when you guys
Cam
did
Girl's
the
bad enough. Call
you-
Girl.
when you guys
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
clipped that story out. First of all, why the fuck did you guys like date it and put like Housephone tells this crazy story from last week? Like, damn, bro, like y'all.
Well, you didn't like that we aired out the acid story?
I know it was cool, but it's just.
Did you hear any blowback from the guy with the gun?
No.
Oh God, he's in your
It
house
just put
waiting
it
for
just
you.
like it put a date on it. Like I kind of just told the story. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it
what
was
the
just,
girl hit you up like?
No, nobody hit me up. I'm just saying from my own recklessness, like thought after I was like, damn, I should have not like
Right.
dated it. But then you guys kind of dated it.
You want to know
not me.
something crazy about me and Lana is that we went all of 2019 without a hangover. From
That must be
alcohol
nice.
or any other drugs.
Same.
We're boring. I had a White Claw today
Oh, wait,
during
you
the
said
reunion.
yeah,
2019?
baby.
2019,
Oh,
yeah.
it was
Claw
2020.
is law,
I
baby.
haven't had a hangover this
Yeah,
How
week.
was the White
Same.
Claw?
Oh, I've never.
It
drank
was
one of
good. I
those.
had it just because like I was kind of
flavor?
nervous to do the reunion because we were being, there was like a real host and everything. It was official, but my hair looks crazy.
What flavor though?
I think I got lime, which is kind of boring. I didn't like
Nah.
that flavor
I
to be
had
honest.
one outside
Black
of a
cherry.
7-Eleven the other day, and it
Black
was all
cherry
right.
is good.
What does it taste like? Just like for
It's
local-ish?
seltzer. It's seltzer.
No,
Oh.
not at all.
With
I have
liquor,
no idea.
basically.
I'm a person that I don't like drinking things except this that are acidic, and I hate like the sugary taste in my mouth.
Nope.
That's why I don't like drinking soda and shit.
Yeah.
But the White Claw, that's a big
It's
part of why I
amazing.
don't like drinking beer and stuff. Because as soon as I
hate
take a
beer.
sip of beer, I want to chug
Wait, so
water.
you like White Claw? You're okay with it?
It was so light and dainty.
you don't like LaCroix, and it's
amazing.
kind of the same thing, but with alcohol in it.
Right, but I could see myself getting into the White Claw. I would never drink White Claw just tasting like White Claw, but the fact that I knew
could
that
get
I was
drunk.
getting drunk from drinking it, I was like, oh, for an
Okay.
alcoholic beverage, like, because I'm
It's
just
fucking
comparing
good.
it to like, okay, Four Loko is like getting
Terrible.
run
Fuck
over
that.
by an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
A White Claw is like going down the
Getting
street
hit
on a
by-
Lime scooter.
Yeah.
It's like
getting hit by a
just so
moped.
chill in comparison.
They're all
yeah.
like, let's take a shot before the reunion. And I literally put like a speck of tequila in my drink. Because we don't drink we drink so infrequently that I was like, what if I get
Yeah.
wasted right before this fucking
no, and
reunion?
if I can tell when Lena's had like 2 drinks because she's like,
I just smile a lot.
hey, what's up? Everybody having fun? Hey.
Shut up.
We did. We went to a party and I didn't have any drinks, but I could tell that you had like 2 drinks because you're like,
I just get more cuddly than I already am, which is
she
annoying.
grabs my bare butt cheeks in public.
I do.
What do you
grab
mean
your
bare?
butt.
Why are
Well,
your
she
butt cheeks
fucking-
bare? in
Because
public?
she will just
Pulls
like
down your-
slip her hand down my underwear onto my butt cheeks, and I'm
just
just
finger
have to
your
be like,
asshole in the middle.
hey, like
I
we're
just
in
get
public.
really touchy.
I'm famous. I don't want nobody looking at me, and you got both hands on my booty like I'm Meg Thee Stallion,
Don't
bro.
act like you have any shame or embarrassment. You fucking do a lot of crazy
Looking
things.
And
super
don't compare
sus.
yourself to Meg the
Yeah,
Stallion.
he said like I'm Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh wait, what?
Just like getting your asshole fingered in the middle of the function.
Fingered.
God.
God.
She's just like,
Remember we went to that Megan Thee Stallion party in London? That was so fun.
I had fun.
I stayed home and slept.
really? That
Me and
sounds
her
good.
went to a
Really
party
fun.
and it was like 95% women and 5% dudes.
I
It was
felt
great.
safe.
Why?
I
You
felt-
should've
and
went to
all
that.
All the men there were
He
gay.
stayed home and studied for interviews.
It was so
Fucking
that
dork.
London trip was insane. Just having to
Yeah,
do like
it was
4
very busy.
interviews a day with fucking people that I, for the most part, had
Didn't
not
give a
even
fuck
heard
about.
of up until then.
So why do that then?
To make a shitload of content, and but yes, in retrospect, I should have done less, and like maybe like better interviews, but like less of
Yeah,
them
yeah.
for sure. It would have
Yeah,
been
it
a
was
little
like
bit
an
less
interview
hellish.
factory.
Yeah.
Though that whole like 10 days in London definitely probably took some years off my life. Yeah,
Damn, really? Wait, is that when y'all went to Chicago first too? And then-
yeah,
And-
it was just so stressful.
And you have to realize that those were lighter than the fucking schedule you wanted. You're like, I'll do 7 a day.
I know I'm crazy,
And then
I
do
don't
the
know
show,
what the fuck is-
and then do the
Yeah,
show
you're
and the
nuts.
meet and greet
Oh,
and the
doing- yeah.
t-shirt merch.
I don't know
I'm
why
like-
I
I'm
did
like-
that, bro.
I'm like, are you
You're
okay?
nuts, dog.
I
Yo,
went through
people-
2019 working too hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
I feel like
people
my
were
mentality's
asking you
a lot
guys
better
the
now.
weirdest shit.
Oh.
This dude, like,
What?
when you guys were in Chicago, I think doing a meet and greet.
Oh,
I
you
think
watched that?
Yes,
Oh
that was
my God.
hilarious, dog.
It gets awkward.
Yo, do people come up to y'all and say weird shit like that all the time? It's like, oh, you have a hot girlfriend, bro.
Oh my god, some guy was like, "Can I take a picture with your ass?" You look 14. I was like, "No, you most certainly cannot take a picture with
In
my
Chicago?
ass." Yeah,
Whoa.
in the fucking tattoo shop.
Wow. That is
I know we're
bad.
not supposed to
Yeah,
do this, but
reckless.
Donnie.
Donnie!
Hey, what's
That's a
going
new
on?
thing. Hey, just know when you guys hear
You guys
Donnie,
didn't do that to me.
Donnie, I need
I like
Donnie
that.
has weed. That's why.
Yeah,
I
yes,
lied.
good.
Oh, fuck
And
you
his
guys.
name
I'm the
just sounds
plug.
better going like
You got to
Donnie.
tap in with Donnie.
Donnie, I'm gonna get 4 of them things, just so you know.
I'm gonna
Hey.
get
We're
one.
buying weed, not coke. What?
Are you hungry?
I definitely need food before I go to bed. Yes.
Okay, I'm getting pumpkin curry. I don't care what you want to eat. If you want pumpkin,
Pumpkin
curry,
curry?
let me know.
You're going Thai?
I want Thai.
Pumpkin. I didn't know they had
It's an easy
pumpkin.
way to play healthy.
Hey, listen, guys, can you have your
Pumpkin
fucking
curry.
date night
Yeah,
off
stop.
camera?
Y'all don't fuck with
You
pumpkin
guys are
Thai?
fucking.
I just
Oh,
want to
God.
order under the table right now.
Pumpkin
That's
Thai $?
I never had pumpkin Thai. I've had
Do
like
they
you
have
know
steak?
coconut Thai and
They
shit,
have beef.
That's
like
what I want.
Mongolian beef or
I
some
want
shit.
Mongolian beef with the fucking.
But that's usually
with
at a Chinese
I was gonna
restaurant,
say,
not Thai.
yeah.
No, I
We're
want.
mixing the
I just
Asians.
want beef and brock.
I got some beef for you.
I want beef and brock.
Got some beef for you.
Do we want to talk about anything else on the
I don't want
docket,
to talk
on the
about
list?
shit.
I
No,
don't
I'm
want to
just
talk about Romeo Lacoste. I'm gonna say that first, even though Yuri spelled it Romeo, the feminine version, Latinx, Latinx. Okay, so we talked about Mike cheating on Lana for some reason. We talked about Tankhead being arrested for murder.
What about the? I just think the way that he typed the first one is funny. If we want to talk about that,
Rich the
at
Kid
all.
sued by his management for 3.6 million views. He
Views.
still didn't change it. It's not views.
It's not views, it's
Dollars.
dollars, money.
It's
When
dollars.
you see M, you just think like immediately views.
Yeah, Yuri would way rather have 1 million views than 1 million.
Yo,
fucking-
yeah, Yuri, come answer this question on camera right now.
No, we already know the answer. You'd rather have 1 million views.
You want to have
He
a million
typed it
views?
out
He's
right
never
there.
even thought about having $1 million, but 1 million views seems within sight. How many did you get off of a day in the life of Hesh
Like
and
100,000?
asterisk A?
144K.
144K. That's his biggest upload ever.
How did that get that much?
I was
Hesh was
filming
lit.
a vlog in front of the store, and Hesh just skated by, and I was like,
No, we didn't
No,
ask
I
you how
don't-
the
I'm
video
not-
came
I'm not
about.
asking-
He's
yeah.
asking you. She's asking you how.
Did you like? Are people looking up Hesh? Like what
Hesh
is it?
N-word on
Asterisk,
Insta.
asterisk, asterisk.
Did you ever have it without the N-word being censored?
Hesh told me that I'm allowed to put it without the.
Hesh,
Oh my God.
bro, Hesh is the biggest capper who's always trying to convince white people to say the N-word.
yeah, me too. Me
And
too.
then he's, but you know he's like low-key recording.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Yuri, you could say it.
Wait,
You could say it. It's all
speaking of
good.
that-
NoJumper.com. Like, comment, subscribe. you guys enjoyed this video, if you want one of these, you know where to go. And then No Jumper Facebook too. Link is down in the description. Some good stuff going on over there. Appreciate y'all watching this.